Hello everyone and welcome to this Adobe Illustrator video. Today we're going to be talking about the symbol spreader tool, column graph tool, slice tool, artboard tool, hand tools, and zoom tool. Okay, first we have to select our symbol tool or the symbol spreader tool, which is located on the left side of our toolbar over here right below the eyedropper tool. Let's select it. With a right click you can see that we have different types of symbol tools which I'll be explaining today. The symbol spreader tool shortcut is Shift plus S. Okay, now let's select it, and after that we'll go to Window, then we'll select symbols over here, and you can see that the shortcut for symbols is Shift Control plus F11 on our keyboard. Now let's select this. After that you can see that we have some symbols over here that we can use. If you want to select more symbols, you can always click on this option over here and then select your symbol of your wish. Let's select this symbol first and then click on it. And then click on the artboard. So basically here, you can see that the symbol is created. Let me make it a bit bigger by pressing Shift and Alt on our keyboard, then resizing it. There you go. Now I can just go back to our symbol style tooler and then select any area on our artboard and it will create a symbol for us. Now if you want to create like a stroke of symbols like in a line or in any design, you can just click and hold until you create a design of your understanding or wish. As you can see, this is what the symbol tool does. Now let's say I select a different symbol. Here you can see that this is also working. So now that we're done with the basic use of the symbol tool, let me go ahead and show you how to use the symbol tool's next options. For example, the symbol tool shifter. First, let's make a symbol and then right click over here. Now let me select the symbol tool shifter. What this will do is basically it will help you to change the location of your symbol. As you can see, this is how it works. You can also do this with a group of symbols. Say I have a group of symbols over here, and then I select the symbol shifter. Now you can see that it's moving them according to a certain level. All right, so this is how the symbol tool works, the symbol shifter tool basically. And now after that we have the symbol scruncher tool. What this does is basically bring symbols together in a single area. Say I want to use this. Let me just bring a few more symbols back. Okay, now let's use the symbol scruncher tool. You can see that all the symbols are being pulled together in one direction. So that is what the symbol scruncher tool does. Okay, let me create more symbols so that I can show you what happens. Okay, symbol scruncher tool there. As you can see, they scrunch them together in one area wherever I click basically. All right, so that is what the symbol scruncher tool does. Next we will learn about the symbol sizer tool. Okay, when I click on it, you can see that if I click on a symbol and then pull away from it, it increases in its size. Okay, as you can see, this is what the effect does. And now if you want to shorten or make your size smaller, just press and hold Alt on your keyboard and then select your symbol and it will become small. As you can see, this is what happens. All right, you can also use this on different symbols, but specifically not these circle ones. They don't work always on all types of symbols. Right, so that was our symbol sizer tool. After that we have the symbol spinner tool. Let me create a symbol that can show you how this works properly. All right, after that let's use the symbol spinner tool. Then click on any symbol, and then you can see that the arrow key shows up over here, which shows which way I want to rotate my symbol. Say I want to rotate it this way. Now you can see that it's vertical. Let me zoom in for your comfort. All right, here you can see that arrow. Wherever I point it to, it will basically rotate itself and fix the shape. All right, so that was our symbol rotator tool, our symbol spinner tool. Then we have the symbol strainer tool. What this does is basically it strains the color from our symbols. Say I clicked on this part, and let me create a new symbol. Maybe it's not working on the symbols right now. So symbol select tool, let's create this symbol strainer tool. Okay, let me try this again. Shift Alt with the selection tool to make this bigger. Now you can see that it's strained its color. If I keep on clicking it, it will just remove all the color itself. Okay, so that is how you use the symbol strainer tool. After that, we have the symbol screener tool. What it will do is basically screen our colors. And as you can see, the opacity of our symbol is disappearing and it's gone now. That is what this symbol screener tool does. Okay, after that, the last symbol tool that we have is a symbol styler tool. Now in order to use this tool, first we have to go to use the style, first we have to select it and then go to window. Then we have to select a graphic style. So where's graphic style? There it is. And you can see here that the graphic style shortcut is Shift plus F5. Let's select it. There you go, the graphic style has come up. Now let's say I want to add this graphic style over this circle or this one. I can just click on it and now the graphic style has been added. Okay, so that is how you use the graphic style. Let's try and see if it works with other symbols easily. Yes it does. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Let's make it shorter. Let's bring it here. There you go. That's how it works. Okay, now that we're done with the symbols tools, let's move on forward to our next tool. Okay, our next tool is basically the column graph tools, or any graph tool in general. You can see that there are various amounts of graph tool that we can use in order to create a graph. For now, I'm just going to select the column graph tool, which is the simplest one. Okay, let's delete this. What we have to do now is basically drag the amount of size that we want our graph to be in. Say I wanted it big, I will select like this, and after that the graph will be like that. But say I want the graph to be small, I can just select it like that, and now the graph is small. Let's make it a bit bigger. Okay, all right, go back and delete this. Now let's select on the graph. Over here, the graph is basically in an Excel sized input, and now I can just write down the words that I want my graph to display. Say over here I write Texas, press enter, and then let's say the next one I want to be Manchester. After that, the last one should be, let's say, New York. Now let's go and input our values. So the values should be like 100 for Texas, then 65 for Manchester, and 35 for New York. Okay, then I'll just click on apply over here. Shit. Ah! Kais. Now let's basically go ahead and use our graph tool over here. Let's select the column graph tool. Let's create a decent sized graph. And after that, let's input our details over here. Let's say I want the first country to be Texas or any value. Let's put enter, then Manchester. After that, I want New York. Okay, now that I've input the data that I want to use in my graph, let's input our data values. So let's say Manchester is 50. Sorry, Texas is 50, and then Manchester is 34, and New York is a mere 15. Then I just click on apply, and after that you can see that our graph has created itself, and we have our Texas, Manchester, and New York values over here. Now if you want to change the color, just double click on this part, cross that out, double click on this part, and then we go to color, then select a specific color that we want our data to be in. Okay, so that is how you use the graph tool to indicate our data in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, okay, now keep in mind that whenever you're trying to record, keep in mind that whenever you're trying to apply color, you have to go here and select the CMYK color scale. Okay, now after that I will show you how to use the artboard tool. So let me just use the selection tool and drag it up there. Okay, now the artboard tool, right? So the artboard tool is located right below our symbol spray tool. Let's select it, and now we can see that we have a dashed line between our borders over here. And let's say that, let me zoom out a bit, I wanted to copy this artboard or resize it. I can do all of them with our artboard over here. We can also move it. Then after that, we can also resize it like that. Let me move the graph over here. Okay, let's say you want to copy this artboard, then you can do that so by pressing Alt on your keyboard and then just doing it like that. So this is how you basically use the artboard tool. Now if you want to delete your artboard, you can just press delete on your keyboard, and then it will just disappear, as you can see. But the data inside our artboard will not disappear, just so you know. There you go. Let's move this artboard over here. There you go. Okay, so this is how you use the artboard tool over here. Okay. Now I will show you how to use the slice tool. So the slice tool is over here, right beside our artboard tool, and the artboard tool shortcut is Shift plus O. The slice tool shortcut is Shift plus K. Let's select the slice tool, and then what we'll do is create a slice of our artboard, or the part that we want to create a slice of. Select it, and now you can see that it has been selected. Now if you want to save this slice, what you do is go to File, and then you can see over here we have an option of Save Selected Slices. Click on it, then it will bring up a pop-up menu where you want to save your slice. Let's say I want to save it on my desktop now, in Images, then select Save, Now it should save my slice. So let's go back here, go to images, and after that you can see that our slice is right over here, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so now let's go back. So now let's go back to our Adobe Illustrator, and now I'll show you what the slice selection tool does. The slice selection tool is just like our direct selection tool, but instead of the direct selection tool, we'll use the slice selection tool to fix the edges or borders that we need for our slice tool. All right, so this is what it does. After the slice selection tool and the slice tool, we have our hand tool, and the hand tool shortcut is H. If I right click on it, you can see that we have the rotate view tool, the print tiling tool. So let's select the hand tool, and now you can see that I can move my document over here, move the artboard's direction where I want it to be and how I want it to look using the hand tool. Then we have the rotate hand tool view. What it does is it rotates our artboard over here so that we can see how it looks from many different directions or angles. Let's put it back to 0. Okay. After the rotate view tool, we have the print tool, where it will help us to select a part of our document that we want to print. Okay, so this is what it does. Let's delete it all. Now after the print tool, we have the zoom tool, which is self-explanatory. It helps us zoom in our document or artboard. And if you want to zoom out, just press Alt on your key and you can see that minus sign pop up on our magnifying glass, then click outside. So that is how you use the zoom tool. Then we have our fill and stroke panel over here, where you can see that here's the default fill and stroke color. So what it does is basically we can pick a color from our fill and stroke parts and then press on OK. Then let's say the stroke ones is pink. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create a rectangle over here to show you how it looks. There you go, that's what it looks like. Let's say this time I pick a white color for a rectangle and show you only the stroke colors. So I just click on this color over here and press OK. Now you can't see anything because of the strokes measurement, but if I increase it, now you can see that it's a purplish color, just like the stroke color it shows here. You can go over here and click on any colors you want, and you can also click on only web colors to select colors in a gradient over here for your selection and your ease of use. All right, I can see that after I select the stroke color, it changes its color itself. Then after that, we have these options where we can choose if we want a gradient or none. Now when selecting gradient, as I did in a previous part, you can just go over here and select the color that you want for your gradient. Say I want this color. Let's go back to gradient. Double click on it to choose your color. There you go. So that is how you use the gradient. After that, we have these few tools, which is draw number, draw behind, and then draw inside. And then we have the change screen mode, where we can put in presentation mode or full screen modes. And after that, if you select this part, which is the edit toolbar, we can edit the tools that we have in our toolbar. Okay, so that is all for this video. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you in the next video.